Hi guys, this is Corinne. Are you done? Okay. I'm trying to do a vlog. Okay. Hi guys, this is Corinne. I am starting a vlog so that my husband and I can document our infertility journey. So my husband and I, Brad, we were married in July of 2014. He initially wanted kids right away, and I was still finishing mechanical engineering school for my bachelor's, so I talked him into getting a dog. This is Levi, in case you were wondering. Did you say hi, Levi? Did you say hi? Fast forward 2 years, I am still finishing up mechanical engineering, and he is still pushing for kids, so I talked him into another dog. This is Allie. This is our little girl. She's a little brat. So we have our 2 dogs, and in 2016 we started trying to actually conceive a human baby. At first we were just loosely trying, we were just not preventing, and then we started to get more methodical. So I started doing OPKs, doing the basal body temperature charts just to keep track of my ovulation, and I always had very random, sometimes long cycles, sometimes 40 plus days. So in the back of my head, I always thought there was something maybe not quite right. Anyways, we tried for about 6 months of the charting, OPKs, basal body temperature, doing all that. And I went into the doctors, my just normal primary doctor, and talked to her about any tips or tricks that we should be doing, or maybe just to do some blood work to make sure everything was okay. She gave me the all clear and said everything was fine. Everything, we're both young. There should be no reason that we should have trouble conceiving. Fast forward a couple more months, and we still were getting no positives, and I turned into the crazy tester who was testing 4 or 5 times a month, just constant, trying to have some kind of hope that we would get pregnant. And I would symptom spot, and I would think that I'm pregnant every single month, and it was hard. So I went to a new OBGYN just to get a second opinion, and she worked at the hospital that we would want to give birth at. So this is Dr. Cuthbert. She was great. She was very thorough, very sweet, very patient. She explained that she thinks I have PCOS. She did some more blood work to confirm that, and also put me on Clomid. Just 50 milligrams, the smallest dose. Clomid runs from 50 milligrams up to 3 doses, which is 150 milligrams. And we just did the smallest dose for 2 months. No luck. This was also me doing my OPKs. I wasn't temping at this point. I did get positive ovulation tests with the blinky smiley face, which was great, and we were timing everything perfectly. We were eating healthy, we were taking our vitamins, we were doing what we thought was everything that we could do to up our chances. So 2 months go by. I was a wreck. My hormones were, of course, all over the place. I need to take a drink. By the way, I live off of coffee. This is a little bit abnormal. This is kind of a Sunday splurge, some extra sugar that I probably shouldn't be putting into my body, but it's delicious, so. Okay, where were we? Oh, the Clomid. So I did the 2 rounds of Clomid. I was hormonal, crazy, just crying 1 minute and angry the next. It was hard. And luckily Bradford was very good at handling this, and he knew what we were going through was going to be worth it. So I said, okay, this is it. I can't take this anymore. I want to take a couple months off and see what happens. We also at that time scheduled a awesome trip of a lifetime, which if you would like to see that vlog, I will put it in the iCard. I'm new to this, I don't know what site it goes on, one or the other. It'll be linked down below as well. That was super fun, and I'm so glad that I was not on hormones for that, because I was able to enjoy it a lot more, and I know he was able to enjoy it as well. So we came back, and we also had scheduled before our vacation a specialist, an RE, a reproductive endocrinologist. I think I said that right. Dr. Abuzid. And at first it's just a consultation, so we don't actually get to see our doctor. At this time we saw a couple different nurses along with these planner, and it was great. I felt very comfortable. The staff was amazing. So the nurse gave us a list of things to do, and it started with an ultrasound for me, followed by blood work, an HSG, I'm not going to try to pronounce the long version of that, and a saline ultrasound. All of which just to check hormone levels, my uterus shape, my cervical canal, and my fallopian tubes. Oh, and Brad got to do the semen analysis. That's it. No blood work. Nothing. That's it. Just the semen analysis. Lucky him. I did the blood work, did the first ultrasound, got the confirmation that my uterus is slightly tilted, but it is the correct shape, which is great. Brad did his semen analysis the next day, and everything was working out until I went in for my saline ultrasound. This was where the problems started. So a little quick background. I did have some precancerous cells back in 2009 in my cervix, which they caught, and I had an amazing doctor go through, and he did the laser, I think it's called conization of cervix, don't quote me, I'm not a doctor, where they remove pieces of your cervix which have the precancerous cells on it. I then again had to have the same thing in 2012 when I kept having abnormal paps come back. So throughout this process, I've asked OBGYNs, the two I had mentioned, do I have scar tissue? Could this be a problem? Both of them looked at it and said, no, you look fine. Everything looks great. I don't see anything wrong. Fast forward back to when I had to now do the saline ultrasound. If you don't know what this is, they do have to insert a catheter into your cervical canal because that's what injects the saline. So we were prepped and ready to go. My mom, thankfully, was with me and in the room, and the poor nurse tries so hard to insert this catheter. She was having trouble. My mom comes over, she's holding my hand, she's brushing my hair. I'm starting to well up with tears, and the nurse said, honey, I can stop at any time if you want me to stop. But in my head I knew, if we don't get through this, I can't then have my HSG, and we're prolonging all of this. And I was really worried that this process was going to take so long, and I've already waited in my heart long enough, but I know very many couples have waited years and years and years compared to what we have. The nurse was trying so hard. She was being so sweet, but you could see on the ultrasound she was hitting a blockage in my cervical canal. She could get in the catheter probably 2/3 of the way, and then she started hitting a wall. That wall was scar tissue. So I was right. The scar tissue had formed from my previous surgeries. We kept trying to push through. After about 20 minutes and me almost breaking my mom's hand, we had to stop. I was crying. It was a lot to handle. Being so excited that we were starting this journey, I was ready to get all my results and let's get going with the game plan. My mom and I go and talk to our head nurse, who we have met with at the consultation. She's amazing. She went ahead and canceled the HSG for us, knowing that they were not going to be able to be successful getting the catheter in as well. So our next step is to wait for the doctor to come back from vacation, which is tomorrow, Monday. This head nurse, is going to talk to the doctor, talk to him about what's happened in the past 2 weeks and what we should do moving forward. Her best guess, as of right now, is that Dr. Abuzid is going to want and do a quick surgery where I will still be under anesthetic, which is nice, and he's going to remove the scar tissue. And at that same procedure, he's also going to go ahead and do, hopefully, the saline ultrasound along with the HSG ultrasound, all of which I will be able to be knocked out for, which is great on my book. So hopefully we will be able to get some answers either tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on what the doctor says and what kind of scheduling we can get for this possible procedure. The nurse seemed very optimistic that she was going to be able to get me in as early as this Thursday, which would be great. I'm not impatient or anything. We are going to see what happens. I plan on documenting this journey. One of the things that brought me comfort was finding YouTube couples who have struggled and were also documenting their journey. It was nice to know that we weren't alone and also to see so many success stories and even how some couples cope when their process is not so successful. We are new to this whole vlogging thing, so please bear with us as we figure out the quirks and kinks to getting a nicely filmed vlog. We will be trying to upload a vlog at least once a week to update on our journey, what we're going through, what kind of progress we've made. As of right now, it sounds like we can get through this pretty quickly and maybe even start whichever treatment we decide on in either September or late October, fingers crossed. Yet we did receive the news that Brad's analysis came back with a great count, great volume, great motility, but his morphology was off a little bit. So that leads me to believe, just based off of the way too much research I've done, that we might be leaning towards IUI or IVF. So anyways, I will keep you updated on if we take our journey towards the IUI route or IVF route, or if we do something completely different. I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, as long as we get to our goal of having children and becoming parents, we don't matter which route we go. But I do want to at least share this journey with you just to shed some light on the topic. I feel like this is not something that's talked about enough. The more I've been open with this, the more I'm finding how many couples have struggled with a similar situation. So feel free to follow us on this journey and go ahead and click that subscribe button down there and also the little bell if you would like to get notifications on when I post videos. I will include Brad in some of these just to get his point of view as well. I wanted to just give you guys some kind of background intro and we'll see you guys soon. Bye!